Hey, Railbirds, Kevin here. All right, here we go with the finals of the bronze team division. The teams entering the battle arena. We have seen these teams before, so it might be deja vu all over again. But it is a team of Holy Shots versus Good Job Lee. The team of Holy Shots is the players Robin Crone, Jeremy Jordan, Brenda Polanday. And the team of Good Job Lee is Jake Schneider, Mike DeMarco, and Garrett Craig. I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Hustlin' USA Clothing Company, Savage Billiard Apparel, CSI, Key Sports International, Players Club Limited, Catfish Lou's and Legends Billiard Room, Players Sports Bar and Grill, YCCS, and McDermott Hughes. Thank you for your support. We are coming at you live from the Chinook Winds Casino Resort right here on the Oregon coast. Beautiful Lincoln City, Oregon. Oregon coast is some of the most beautiful coastline in the world in the Chinook Winds. Thank you very much for everything you do for the Western BCA and pool in general in the Pacific Northwest. Let's go over the rules real quick. We are playing mostly CSI rules 9-ball. The main deviation is it's going to be rack for your opponent instead of rack your own. It is alternate break. Because we're doing teams, so we kind of alternate the breaks between teams every 3 games or so. The 9 on the break is a win in every single pocket out there. Jump cues are allowed. 3-foul rule is in effect. Remember to hit that thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe and ring that bell. If you don't ring that bell, you will not get notified when we go live, and that would be a shame because this is the finals, yo. And share. Let's get everyone watching. I'm your host, Kevin Ross. And Sherry will be joining me in just a minute. And I think we are ready to get underway. All right, so up first from the team of Holy Shots, we will have Robin will be racking versus Jake from Good Job Lee will be breaking. And on the other table, looks like they've already started. That's actually the table that has Robin on it. The other table has Robin and Jake. On the table in front of us, we have Brenda from Holy Shots. She is racking. And Garrett from Good Job Lee is breaking. And he just now broke him up. So we are underway. This is the finals. Here's the money that we are playing for in the finals. These teams are guaranteed at least $855 each, but they got their money on that top prize of $1,530. So almost a $700 difference between first and second that these teams are battling over. All right, we have Brenda at the table now. All right, this brings Garrett to the table. With a look at this 1-ball, 2-ball, not the easiest to get to. 3 balls is a problem, but that 4 or 5 are still tied up. All right, here we go. Garrett with a shot at this 1. All right, well, he's got angle to shoot this 2. And I was thinking it was going to stop a little bit sooner. Thought maybe you'd have the 2 in the side off the 6, but this cue ball kind of came over a little bit farther. Now, from this angle, I mean, he could still shoot at it, but the shot I really like pushing this 2-ball down to this bottom rail near the 9. Cue ball in behind that 6-ball for a safety. Then if you get ball in hand, you have a nice juicy 2-9 to shoot at. And you guys know I like me some of that Tillamook cheddar. I like cheese. All right, Brenda, having a look at this 2-ball.
So how's everybody doing out there?
We are doing great. We get to watch the finals of the bronze division.
We get to go to the house and watch the finals.
We're watching the finals of the bronze division. Battling over this money, about a roughly $700 difference between first and second here that they are battling over. And we have front row seats. Wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Oh, there you go, doing it again, right on the same dang line.
Sorry, I'm not firing you. You gotta try harder than that to get fired. You gotta try harder than that to get fired.
Who'd have thunk that these two teams would come back to play each other? There would be the hot seat match all over again.
It's deja vu all over again. All right, Brenda, having a look at this 4, trying to figure out what the heck do I do with this mess. About a half ball hit, nice and easy. Get this cue ball in behind the 9. It's a shot I think I like. Let's see what Brenda does with this. All right, she had something else in mind. Is that 4 going to go? No, it is not. It's going to sit up here for Garrett.
Yeah. Get that template rack off the table.
He doesn't seem to be too bothered by it.
Yeah, not yet.
Not yet. Oh, there you go. That's how you get shape on the 5. Just play right off the point, off the 8. Perfect on the 5, and Bob's your uncle. Hey, Wambra is back.
What's up? That was a quick pool night.
Yeah, I thought he was going to the bowling alley and then to the bar. And oh, is everybody closed? They kick you out already?
They're all right across the street from his house.
Here we have Garrett at the table looking at this 6. Yeah, I think you just got to just roll this in. I think just roll it into the side and just take the longer cut on the 7. That's what I'm thinking here, but.
That's Mike.
Well, this is definitely Brenda playing on this table. Are they playing the wrong players already?
Yeah, that's Garrett over there playing Robin.
Let me go double check something here. Be right back.
Oh, I'm for sure. That's funny. I was almost right. Yeah, Kevin's just over there verifying what I said, and being that this is the finals here, they're going to have to get the ref involved on this one. This game over here is almost over, and yeah, this isn't just a simple re-rack and break. So I'm going to go on break for a second myself. We'll be right back. Let you know what the outcome is.
All right, it is deja vu all over again because in the hot seat match, we had the wrong players playing, and now we have the wrong players playing again. So, yeah, right now they've they got the wrong players at the wrong tables on both tables actually. So what they'll do is the games will stand. They'll play the games, but they'll just put the scores on the score sheets a little bit further down the score sheet when those players were actually supposed to play each other. So it'll work out. All right, so they got the referees. They're straightening it. They're straightening it out. And as soon as they get it all straightened out, I'm gonna have to go back down there and update my score sheet with the actual results that they're gonna put.
Are they just going to let the results stand where they would play each other later?
Well, what's happening here? Are they re-racking? Did that game end? Did they play that game out?
I don't think so.
I don't think they played that game out.
That's not the way the rule goes.
Normally they are.
Brett, you here?
They're replaying
Probably not.
both games. They are replaying both games. They are not playing those games out.
Yeah, that's.
Normally, if those two players would have played each other later in the rotation, they just let the game play and they just put the score down later in rotation when they would have played each other.
And if they won't play each other again, like that happens down near like the bottom of your score sheet, or just so happens you've got so many players with a short race, the visiting team loses those games because you threw up the wrong player.
All right, so it looks like they're just going to act like it never happened and start over. Let me go double check to make sure that really is what they're doing and they're not being like penalized games or something.
You 180B, that's funny.
All right, they said because no game had actually been completed, this was the very start of the set, they said, just start over.
Okay, there we go.
Just make it right from the beginning.
Okay.
So I guess because it's the first games at special circumstances, they just pretend like it didn't happen, start over. All right, on the table in front of us, we have Robin playing Jake. Over on the other table, we have Brenda playing Garrett. And we do have the right people now, right?
Yes, we do.
All right, excellent.
I'm glad somebody knows who's out there playing. That's why you always know who you're going to play when you walk up to the table and you shake their hand.
And you say, hello, Jake. My name is so-and-so. Let's play. Let's have fun. What do you mean your name isn't Jake? But you're wearing khakis and you work at State Farm. All right, so we are starting over just like it never happened. Oh, bad hit. And is he going to line up? Nope, not going to line up a 2-9 for Robin. Ball in hand for Robin. Let's have a look at this LittmanLights.com overhead cam. Thanks, Mike Littman.
She's getting ball in hand again.
Again, she gets ball in hand more than any person I know.
Did you see this?
Yeah, his apartment is very strategically located between the bowling alley and the bar. Two blocks on either side.
They're probably all right across the street from each other.
And they are. Oh, look at oh man, what a try, Robin.
Oy, oy, oy. All right, well she missed it good and didn't leave it hanging up in the hole here.
Yeah, you don't want to just leave it hanging in the jaws, which she did not.
Don't duck it up.
Yeah, you don't want that 9 to duck up in the pocket. All right, brings Jake to the table looking at this 2-ball.
He's opened that up pretty nice. 3 goes in. This little center ball.
Yeah, I can just
Oh,
cut.
no.
Oh, man. Kojak in the subway.
that speed that he hit it at is what caused him to scratch. There was no scratch there if he just center ball nice, medium, slow to medium pace on it, and it doesn't scratch. Your tangent line changes based on the speed that you're hitting the ball at.
All right, now ball in hand for you-know-who, Robin.
No.
And she gets ball in hand more than any person I've ever
I
met.
tell you, man, I swore she had a guy on like 3 fouls 5 times.
Or had 5 fouls 3 times or
Something
something
like that.
something
It
like
was
that.
crazy. Every time I looked over the table, she had ball in hand.
It's because she just looks so sweet. They just, oh, here, have ball in hand.
Oh,
Thank you, sucker. All right, brings Jake to the table. With a tough shot on this 3.
yeah.
And SD Design, yep, this is a restart. We just started over. You
Yep.
took a swing at it and wasn't a
Yeah.
bad effort.
It was a glitch in the matrix.
Glitch in the matrix.
So what do you think?
Nice little stop shot here. 4 ball in the side. Just roll it in nice and gentle. And it wasn't all that gentle, but she still had a shot on the 4, so that's okay.
So did you see the disclaimer,
What disclaimer?
the comment from U180B?
No fish were harmed in the making of this graphic. The American Humane Society was on set during the filming of this to assure that no fish were harmed in the making of this video.
And you get a picture of the back of Sam Rabito in his SPCA shirt. ASPCA or whatever it is, the animal thing. He's got one of the shirts on today. Yes, Wambra, that is correct, because it was the... Oh, black cat again. Was it the same one? I don't know. Could have been. No, it's important. Was it the same cat?
Yeah, Wambra actually caught that was a cat reference. Of course he did. 2 railbirds were drowned, though. Oh, no. All right, brings Robin to the table with a look at this 6. 6 does not pass the 7, I don't think so. She's going to have to bank this to the corner. Nope, just playing safe.
Keep all on the rail. It's
The old long straight in.
Yep.
And even if he makes the old long straight in, he's probably going to have not the easiest of cuts on this 7.
Right. Just 2 railing this 5 ball over here. Get out of the way, cue ball. Oh, our timing's off. We get that adjusted. Is there sharks in the ocean? Stop it. Nobody ever told me there were sharks in the ocean when I
I
was
heard
swimming.
I heard there were sharks in the pool room, but not in
Yeah.
the ocean.
I think, is Summerfield going to play pool somewhere?
Probably.
Oh, I thought they were coming in here. Are we taking too long?
I think so. We better get them before they lose interest.
Get while the getting's good. All right, so Kevin and I are going to be taking off for early tonight. I'm actually going to go get in the jacuzzi. Got a long day tomorrow, and finals all day tomorrow. And one hot seat match and all the rest finals. Enjoy Joel and Summerfield, and see you on the flip side.
entry, 780 to the winner.
Looks like we have Jeremy Jordan squaring up with Mike DeMarco. Mike DeMarco getting down on the break. Looks like he's going with a just off center break. See if we get some movement on the 9-ball. Oh, yeah. See how that 9-ball just kicked up table? That's so common with the template rack. I've been seeing that this whole tournament. I really like that strategy, especially with people that aren't confident in being able to control the 1-ball with the soft break. Just because if you can make a ball and get some 9-ball movement, you have a great chance at winning a game early. Apologize for not introducing myself. We just had kind of a hasty transition. This is Joel Peck. I'll have Summerfield Habner in the booth with me shortly. Sitting in for Railbirds. Thank you for your patience. Jeremy looking at how to get to the 2 off the 1. I like that. Might have left himself a combination to the side. Taking a look at that angle. Good cue ball control, getting down to the good side of the 2. See how thin he can hit this combination. Oh my goodness. What a great attempt. Fortunately, that 2-ball rolled to the other side pocket. We'll see how Mike DeMarco strokes this ball. Ideally, he wants to either get up table or down table to avoid that 5-ball, playing the 3 in the side. I personally like going up table, but that 5-ball gets bigger and bigger the farther you come off the head rail. Looks like Summerfield's stepping in the booth.
Your 5-ball gets bigger and bigger.
Interesting. I'm a small man, so.
Interesting.
Here we go. Looks like he hit it good. I think he went ahead and got by that.
Really? You think he's got an edge? It's hard to tell. It looks like he's shooting right into it, so he probably does.
Yeah, I think he has an edge.
Wow.
Look at this.
Oh man, barely.
So he had an edge, but not enough.
Almost got behind that 8-ball, but I think he's got room. Back cutting that 3-ball. Oh man.
No.
That corner pocket is so big, and even if you're drawn out of it or falling forward, I find that the ball slides so much before it gets to that pocket. It's really hard to control those.
Mike trying to dissect this rack. I believe he's looking at playing that 4-ball.
You think he's going to play the 4 first?
Yeah,
That's a good call.
Into this lower side pocket, rolling forward to play the 5 to that lower right-hand corner. Just a nice, easy roll shot. I don't think he's going to cut to that corner. I think he's going to try and back cut this.
You're not two-weighing this? Yeah, back cutting and playing the 9. Cheese, do it. Oh, still got a good cut on the 6-ball. Very makeable.
Yeah, it's a little bit hard to see this angle from the. here, going
I
to
mean,
the overhead.
6 ball is most of the way past the pocket. It's still cuttable, but I mean, again, that corner pocket is looming large from there, especially with his cue ball on the rail.
Yeah, I think a lot of it depends on how much you're going to back cut this, because even though this is a diamond and it's kind of tight pockets,
You overcut this ball.
yeah, you could scratch or you could come on a really good line.
Oh, and he tried to catch it super thin to avoid that side pocket.
Totally. An unfortunate turnover there. So nothing touching. The only problem I see is that 7 ball being on the rail, kind of close to the side. Makes
You
the
just mean transitioning from 7 to 8?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. One of the things I like is pushing forward from that 7 ball and going 3 rails, because that angle just opens up and builds. You don't need that much. You can play a little bit straighter shot. Something like this, you're coming straight across, but you're going to get back to the other side of the table to push the 7 ball over there.
Jeremy's definitely was working on building some rhythm there. Did you see that? He got down on that next shot pretty quickly.
Quick. Yeah.
And that was a steep angle, but I feel for a lot of players, just once you've decided and you're kind of getting into that rhythm, that you want to maintain that rhythm. You don't want to take another look, walk around the table, because it's really important for you to kind of just keep that flow. I think at the higher caliber of play, when you start watching some of the best pool players that we have here in the Northwest, you're going to notice that they take their time. They will really get down, look at the different paths, and I don't think they're really worried about the shot clock as much.
I think for a little while, rhythm equates to speed, like when you're learning and developing pool and your game and your mental game.
Nice.
And then, oh, man, the challenge of the bridge.
Yeah,
it's a hard thing.
Something I'm still trying to get used to. I would think it would be easier for you just because you have much longer arms.
Because Hulk smash?
No, I think just the strength of your arms versus mine, having just a little bit more, I don't know, control with it.
I really think that the way that you place and control the bridge and have a plan to get it out of there, I think that everybody's caught up in like kind of just too much going on the table. It is hard to pay enough attention to pocketing the ball. I really like making sure I'm pressing the bridge about the center of the cue into the table, so I know that's not going to slide.
So the score is not current, unfortunately. I apologize. We have the left table going on. We kind of lost track. We're going to go send Summerfield out to go take a look. So we just had it confirmed that it was 2-0. Now it is 1-2. Once again, we apologize. Try and stay on top of that a little bit better. We're new to this and kind of just still learning the ropes. It's a little bit harder to try and maintain 2 tables at once with teams as opposed to watching an individual match. You know what I mean? And if you do have the picture-in-picture function or you have multiple screens at home, if you're watching both channels, you will be able to watch this match simultaneously because we do have camera views of both tables. Both of these teams pretty local to Summerfield I, where we live in Eugene. Holy Shots is out of the South Lincoln County BCA, which encompasses Toledo, Newport, and Waldport, which are all coastal cities. Good Job Lee is a local team to us out of Emerald Valley BCA. We personally know a couple of these players. We ran the Fargo numbers, and the team average for Good Job Lee is 379, whereas the team average for Holy Shots is 360. So we're seeing a 19-point per player average advantage to Good Job Lee. Up to break is Jeremy Jordan.
Jeremy breaking from the side there. Looks like he is using the magic rack. You're going to want to watch that 6 ball. Barely missed the wing. It looked like he was lined up a little far back. So if you're going all the way from the side, it changes the angle. I mean, you could be right on the rail, but it's going to strike the rack at a different angle the further towards the head rail you take it. So it looks like he hit it a little high on that 6 ball. Still pocketed a ball.
And Jeremy is squaring off against Garrett Craig. So it looks like Garrett Craig is a 398 and Jeremy is a 456. So if we ran those numbers through fair match,
Going to be about 70-30.
yeah, let's see what it comes up at.
It's pretty tough in a single game of 9 ball, though.
Yeah, it'll take me just a moment.
Molly Oliver looking for something in the lost and found. I'll get back to you on what that was. I believe she may have lost her blush palette. If anyone out there has seen Molly Oliver's blush palette, please report to the Railbirds desk. That'd be great. Hey, Molly, what does that blush palette look like? Can you describe the blush palette for us?
The colors look better on James DeVee.
Oh,
They're really more his
so
tones.
more a pale pink.
Yeah,
Okay.
He's a winter, so.
All right, you heard it here first. Any information leading to the safe recovery of Molly's blush palette, please let us know.
It looks like the calculation is 456 to 398 is giving Jeremy a 60% to 40% odds.
Well, he got a hold of that one. He's probably glad he didn't make this ball rushing through traffic. I like the shot he took. I like cutting that and going through the pack. Probably hit it a little bit firm. It's easy to do. I know that I still struggle with that on these small tables. I want that ball to cut straight. I don't want to lose any of my angle, so I fire that ball, and all of a sudden I get myself in trouble. According to the overhead, I don't think he has a shot on this.
And we're back.
All right. Looking to jump this ball. That's pretty tight into that 6, but he's got a good chance to get a hit. Oh, man, that ball could go.
What a great jump.
Totally. I think that might be a Brassfield LeBeau break or jump butt, right? Jump cue right there. Those things jump awesome in close proximity.
Yeah, do you like that when the weight of the brass barrel kind of gives you that little bit of more of a down motion, I feel like?
I really do. It really is about allowing the cue to kind of guide itself, and shooting with a Predator right now, and that's definitely a very different feel. But you kind of got to get out of the cue's way and let it happen.
So you just cutting this bore ball? Are you putting a little bit of outside on it to come across table, or are you just hitting center ball?
I'm trying to carry forward barely to that 3rd rail.
Oh, so pretty much how you hit
that
it?
goes. Yeah.
Hey. Oh, no reward there. Fortunately, got a little bit wonky behind that 6 ball.
It looks like you would have been perfect if you hadn't clipped that ball.
Totally.
little bit of opening here. He can get to that. Oh, that's not the cue ball. That's the 7 ball.
He has got ball in hand.
He's got a larger opening I'd previously seen. Looks like he's just going to draw and probably try to take that 6 on the side or just stop it there. I like that even more. I was a little nervous about him drawing and catching that 9 ball.
So do you think he has any fear of coming off the 6 and actually hitting the 7 ball? Or do you think he's going to come to the right of the 7 ball?
I don't know. It looks like he's lining up low on the ball. No, maybe not. He's carrying forward.
Nice line. Pretty close, but...
He is. Unfortunately, that 7's, or the 9's directly in the way of the 7 going to the corner, so...
Yeah, that's what I was kind of asking you, because if he would have bumped the 7, it kind of would have maybe moved it out of the path of the 9.
Had it a little
I
more
wasn't sure if
open.
he was trying to play it that way, or maybe he could just be cutting it in that right-hand side pocket.
Yeah.
I mean, I tend to take that shot a lot. I know that I'm moving down to the foot rail and then coming back up table for a shot on the 9 to that lower right-hand corner. But I tend to play with kind of like that roll flow.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like I think I'd be rolling end to end on this one. I think I'd be taking the 9 in the corner pocket. He wishes he was shooting the 7 in right now. It looks like he might be drawing the ball. He might be rolling the 9. Oh man, barely missed that 9 ball. It's tempting to shoot that one. It's a tough combo, but it lines up pretty straight. So I mean, you got a good chance of making it. Well, a good effort, but that's going to bring the holy shots back to the table. I don't know if he's going to get around that 9 ball without drawing, and if you get to that foot rail, it's really easy to overrun this ball. So hopefully, nice and easy, get around that 9. Oh, so makes contact, leaves himself a little tougher cut on the 9 ball. I think he's probably going to try and cut this 9 in the upper right-hand corner pocket. Let's look overhead. That's a pretty sharp angle. This is about what he's looking at. I don't know. Part of me feels like banking that ball on the side and hoping for the best and drawing down to the foot rail and leaving him long if I miss. It does look like he's cutting this ball. Looks like he's using some. Oh man, he just drilled that. What a shot. All right, and holy shots bringing it back to 2-2.
Got ourselves a match here.
Yes,
Looks
indeed.
like stepping up to the table is going to be Mike DeMarco for Good Job Lee, and it's going to be Robin Crone. So Mike DeMarco's coming in at a 370 Fargo rate, and Robin Crone is coming in at a 357. So a pretty even matchup there.
It's a really close match. In a race to 1, I don't even think you're giving up a ball there. Yeah, man, that was a huge shot on that 9 ball there. Left himself sharp and just drilled it. It's a really, really easy to bobble. You just catch a little bit of that side rail and, yeah, get yourself in trouble. Well, it sounds like they were trying to do a Banks event, but there weren't quite enough players out here. So any of you bank pool players out there, come on down. People are looking to play. It's pretty cool seeing the little resurgence of that. After the conclusion of this match, it sounds like we're trying to put together a money set for you guys. Remains to be seen, but hopefully we'll be able to announce who will be playing sometime soon. And who do we have over on that other table? Are they waiting because that's Robin?
No, that's Brenda. And
Okay,
it
we got
looks...
Brenda versus Jake.
Yeah, Brenda Palendi versus... Jake Schneider.
Mm-hmm.
And that matchup is Jake coming in at a 369 and Brenda coming in at a 266. So that's one of the more uneven matches that we're going to see there.
Yeah.
Currently, the 5 ball is really ugly on the 8 ball. We might see a triple combination here because the 6 ball is jawed. It's a little bit hard to tell.
Robin broke here. It looks like she got good contact. Didn't get quite as much of a spread as she probably would have hoped. Failed to pocket a ball. But this is going to be a tricky rack. And sometimes when you don't make a ball, that's what you hope for. You're like, oh. So good contact once again.
Andrew Pillinger and Peter M. Table 60.
And that brings Mike
Daniel
back to the stage.
LaChapelle and Isaac Norman, table 61.
Let's see what Mike's looking at here.
Kelsey Joe and Brian Charleston.
Oops.
table
Sorry, not Mike.
62. Jose
We're
Chavez
settling
and
into this, I
William
swear.
Bagley, table 60.
Robin takes a shot. I don't know if she had a full pocket on that ball. And man, Mike doesn't. I don't think he has a shot on this one ball here. He looks froze up on that 4. I'm not sure if she was intending to do that or if she played a really good safe, but that's pretty safe. If he's got a shot, it's not a great one. If he can see a piece of that ball, I really like thinning off that ball and trying to get it behind the 4-9 and setting your cue ball up table. If he can't, oh, he can see part of that ball. I'm crazy.
So are you looking to thin that one ball off the 9 and hopefully kind of send it towards that 4-6? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, hope.
And then send the 1 down table and just leave distance and maybe
Yeah.
like an off angle?
Yeah, it's hard for me to judge where that cue ball is going to hit, but it seems like you could get it back in that pack if you can catch the backside of the 9.
Yeah, depending on how thin he is off that one ball, man, that's a pretty close line to the scratch line
Yeah.
in that upper right-hand corner. I think
And
it's,
the angle between the side and the corner, and that's tough.
oh,
Ooh,
great shot.
staying
Look at
up.
that. Did you
Beauty.
see how close that was? But look at that 1 came off,
Yeah.
and it doesn't, I don't think it passes that 4-6.
I think he just probably hit a little more ball than he intended to. Fires that combo. Holy cow. Drills the 6 in the corner.
Well, on the other table, we have Jake looking at a 9 ball against Brenda,
All right.
really sighting to the side pocket. It's a little bit off angle.
Sure, Robin's going to bank this one ball. She's got the 2 on this side of the table. Oh, no. She was wasting no time.
Great shot. Slow speed spin cut, depositing that 9. Looks like good job, Lee is going up 3-2. Jake
And it looks like
making that 9 ball. Looks like Mike DeMarco is going to go ahead and play Robin Crone on table 10.
All right, Mike cutting this one ball over, trying to combo the 4. I don't think he's going to try and get underneath it. I think he'll try and play the combo. He does not want to get caught up in the 8-2 cluster, so I think he's taking a little extra time trying to figure out what he wants to do. Yeah, this is a little bit tricky. I think one way or the other you're making contact with the 8-2. And because he has to back cut the 4 ball, the 1 is going to travel towards the 7 if he hits it right. So it's difficult to see this leaving a great return shot on the 1 if he doesn't push through all this and get himself out of traffic. So he's electing to use the bridge. Give himself, he doesn't want to worry about where he's at physically with the table, and he can just focus on that line. Can't tell if he can draw. I mean, if he could put a little draw on this 1 ball, no, I'm nuts. All right, here we go. Cutting that 1. Probably going to go flush into that 2 ball. Don't want to get stuck behind him. Oh, man. And a good shot. He just hit a little bit low on that 4 ball. So the 4 ball failing to go in will bring Robin back to the table. Robin's got a good look at the 1. Seen Robin pretty confident in the way she shoots. She sees her line, she makes a decision, and she fires that ball. I think she's probably going to try to draw back a little bit to get probably the top side of that 5 ball. There we go. And good line on the 2. She's wasting no time. I think I like to stay inside that 5, but oh man, barely missed that ball. It was a good shot for it though.
Yeah, these pockets on these diamonds can be deceiving. I think if you're used to playing on a Valley bar box table and you come to Lincoln City, it takes a little bit of time to get acclimated with the different cut of the pockets. But once you're here playing on a regular basis, it's really easy to enjoy how these tables play. I think they play really precise, and you can rely on the rebound off the rails.
Yeah.
I
Good
think
shot there on the 2 ball, leaving himself pretty straight on the 3, but out in the middle of the table, I mean, he's got a good bridge there.
You think he's backing up for the 5, or you think he's carrying through?
He'd probably just stop right there. No, he's got the 4 underneath his hand. It's a
Oh,
little
okay.
tricky.
Bridging over the 4.
Yeah, I think he's just stopping that ball.
Got it.
Oh, man. A rough miss there.
Yeah, he would have left himself great on that 4 ball, though.
For sure.
Really good angle.
All he's got to do is pop out for that 5. This is, I mean, this is really all about what you're confident in. If
Sorry.
you're confident enough, go for it.
Are you going to cut to that lower left and just risk bumping into the 7 ball? Or do you think she can
I
just
don't think I like holding up there.
opting for the bank? And look at, would have had a decent shot on the 4 ball. A little bit of a steep back cut, but it was a good way to get over for that ball.
That's what you'll see a little more in these divisions is a little more, I mean, those challenging shots. I call them recovery shots. It's really hard to put together a recovery shot and get yourself in good position. You see a lot of these players as really great shot makers, and they'll make those balls and get themselves in a little bit of trouble. I am very familiar with that. I do it myself. Right here's a great opportunity. If you can pocket this ball, you're going to, nice natural line for the 4 if you don't get behind the, oh. And that's a really unfortunate roll. I mean, he pushed through that great. He didn't put anything extra on it because he wanted to make sure he pocketed the ball. And he did. He hit it great. A little bit of right is going to get you out of that situation. But, again, I think everyone's pocketing ability goes down when you're shooting with English. So he's in a tricky situation here. He is just hooked on that 5 ball. He does have a 1-rail kick. He can probably also 2-rail for the 4 ball. Not sure what he'll elect to do. There you can kind of see that line.
How close to the 9 ball are you getting if you're kicking 1 rail?
I think he's got plenty of room. Here, let's look at it from the top again.
Oh, I was asking you, how close do you think you're getting? I think if he's aiming here, he's not going to hit the 4
gonna run
ball. He's going to
short.
come short of the 7 ball. I think he needs to go much closer to the 9 ball.
Huh. Yeah, I think,
Unless he's
A
using
little-
left.
yeah, I guess that's how I line mine up is I'm typically kicking with a little bit of running English as opposed to a straight cut. It's hard to say if he is or isn't, but it looks like he's aiming north of that first diamond. He went straight into the 7 ball. So he banked right about here, made straight contact with the 7. Good call for Joel there. And that is going to bring Robin to the table with ball in hand. Let's see what she can do. Leaving herself a kind of a steep cut on the 4. Just want to make sure you don't draw this ball. Yep. There you go. Roll it in there. It's on that rail, which makes it really difficult to get back for the 8 unless she's comfortable pushing forward. Drills that ball. Wow. That's an awesome shot. And getting back to the table, she's got a bank shot on her hands. Do you think she's banking this?
I was working on a little bit of a camera change over here potentially for me on my monitor, so I wasn't watching, to be honest with you. You're
Well,
asking if
just
she
hit
has the
two-
bank, you
two
said?
really good shots. Yeah, she really has to thin that to bank it. Unfortunately, tried to clip the side of that ball and barely missed it.
This is a steep cut, but it's completely doable, and it gets you good shape on the 9 ball. Oh, ball in hand. Nice.
Yeah, totally.
Makes it much more doable, but still, it'll be interesting to see how Mike approaches to be able to get from the 8 to the 9.
All right, looks like he's lining up a little bit of a back cut on the 8 to help himself pop out. It's not a lot of an angle. He's really got to make sure he pops up to get on top of that 9 ball.
Yeah, I think if I'm taking ball in hand, see the line from the 8 through the 9 ball?
Mhm.
I'm not taking that line. I'm taking about half of that angle myself. And I'm just going to play that line and
So
hope.
9 ball's almost to the second diamond. So you're saying line up the 8 ball to cut a little short of the first diamond?
So where he's lining up now on the foot rail, if he took that ball and moved it towards the 9 ball, about halfway in line, so about 1 diamond,
Mhm.
I feel like for me, that's more of a natural way to get up table.
Yeah.
But I tend to play that cut with outside, contrary to most people that are spinning it with inside.
Oh, man. It's a really good try. It's tough when you're setting that up and you're doing something you're not naturally used to doing, even with ball in hand. You concentrate so much on getting up for that leave that you end up sacrificing a little bit of that shot-making ability. That brings Robin to the stage. Let's see if she can get around this. That's a perfect line to get back, just underhit it a little bit. We've seen her make some great cuts so far, though. See if she can pocket this ball. Oh, or drill the bank. Who is this woman? Nice shot. It's a good thing she's shooting here. They would have had one more for the bank game.
Oh,
All right.
Unfortunately, we had a great opportunity for Jeremy to get his third game. Had a little bit of a tight cut to the side with the 8-ball, and was just a hair off.
Yeah.
Stepping up next in line, we have Garrett Craig playing Robin Crone. And once again,
Garrett's breaking.
Garrett's a 398, and Robin is a 357. Currently sitting at 3-3 in a race to 9, so we're exactly 1/3 of the way there. So it turned into a race to 6 with 3-player teams. I really enjoy this format, Summer. What about you?
I love it. I wish we could have been a little more successful at it, but I love playing. Teams is just awesome. Playing Scotch is really challenging. You're playing with another player. Kids probably don't play the same. Very few people have enough time to play with their partner that they really can find a rhythm. And that's the first event we do out here. And that's challenging. And then you get to play singles, and hopefully you get an opportunity to just play your own game. You've kind of settled into it. And then we play teams, which is an opportunity to play with a couple other players. 9-ball, it's 3-player teams. 8-ball, it's 5-player teams. And just the camaraderie is great out here. You want to be successful for your team. But, I mean, you see a lot of these people just kind of having the nerves at first, and then towards the end of it, they're just, everybody's here to have a good time. So
One thing I like more about 9-ball teams over 8-ball teams is that the 3-person format versus the 5-player format, for me, I like having less of a sit. I like being engaged in games more often. I feel like I don't have as much time to kind of cool off or dwell on shots that I've missed. I feel I'm able to keep my head in the game more. What about you, Summer? Do you prefer the 9-ball format, or do you like the 8-ball format more?
Oh, I definitely prefer the 9-ball format. I think you're totally right about that. You have a little better time developing a rhythm. I didn't notice until our last set today how much of an advantage it is, I think, to be home.
Oh, you like the home form? You like the home team where you don't have to change your order to match the interesting.
As home, you're only playing every third game. You know when you're up. You're not like, oh, am I racking? Am I breaking? Am I up? The away team, they change their order throughout the event. So sometimes you have a little bit longer waits. Sometimes, the game is waiting for you. So, yeah, big advantage there, as well as having, if it goes hill, an additional break.
Oh, awesome. We have some family members of the players in the chat watching their loved ones play. It looks like we have Jake Snyder's either son or daughter. And then it looks like we have looks like we have the daughter. Oh, I can't figure that out. Sorry, I thought that was going to be easier. It just says my mom and my brother, but
Neither one of these commentators getting a whole lot of sleep last night, so
I'm not
We're
just
coming to
I'm not
you
just chalking it up to
live?
that. It's well, people are using screen names. It's not super easy.
if there's one thing I've learned about the internet, it's that assumptions are valuable. It's important to just blatantly assume based on the first little bit of evidence
Got it.
who somebody is and
So
what they're about.
we have some clarification. So now we were just informed that it is Jake's son, and it's Robin's daughter and Jeremy's sister. Awesome. So, I mean, this is so cool.
Working it
I
out.
hope you guys are enjoying watching your loved ones play. I wish I could have seen my dad play in the past, but it was before technology is how it is.
This is Garrett playing Robin. Garrett just broke. Looks like he has pocketed a ball, and he's got a great shot on the one.
Yeah, and on the other table, I mean, Jake's sighting up on this 9-ball, looking to get the win for his team. Goes for a long bank. Oh my gosh, it winked at him. Did you see that?
I can't
Did you see how it
believe
went facing, and kind of just wiggled, and it looked like it had the momentum that it was going to drop, but it just decided to hang up.
Oh,
Gosh, what a heartbreaker.
yes, it is.
Great shot out of Jake. Nice attempt there. And this is no gimme. We're going to see if he's going to go rail first here. Jeremy looking to make this 9-ball that's hanging in the jaws. Nice. Plays it
Does
just
it
to the
well.
outside edge. Great shot. So that's another
Holy Shots taking
game
a
for
4-3
Holy
lead.
Shots. And you said we currently have Garrett playing Robin, correct?
Mhm.
So that means on the other table, we're going to have Mike DeMarco breaking against Brenda.
All right, Garrett here to shoot this 2-ball. He's left himself in. Oh, I think he was going hunting. I thought he was going to try to back up that 2, but I don't blame him at all for trying that. Trying that 9-ball. He was going to get into traffic one way or the other. He got a secondary safe here. That's a good shot.
Yeah, this
Man.
is a really tough window to try and get that good hit on the 2-ball.
You think there's a window? Oh, you're saying just anywhere she goes.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I think that she could go between that 8-3. It's really tight. It depends if she was going to play this with left to open it up.
Oh, I like that. 2 railing around,
Oh,
maybe
see,
3.
but no reward. She got the hit on the ball, but nothing hit the rail after contact with the object ball.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's ball in hand.
Man, she's disappointed for sure. You make
We-
a good hit like that and don't get to a rail.
Yeah, it's a beautiful line.
Yeah,
So
like you said, I mean, she was in a tough spot.
yeah, it was a pretty deep trap there.
All right, you think Garrett's going to draw back, or it looks like he's lining up to draw back?
Nice, I like that. Good
Create a
little,
little more space.
yeah, nice little bump, working with what he had there. This is gonna
That
be,
line is
this is gonna
going
be,
through the.
yeah,
no,
through the 3, off the edge of the 8, and moving up table for the 5.
Oh, wow, it's right through there. Perfect. What a shot.
Oh my gosh, just shot that gap.
I thought he was going straight into the 9.
You thought he was going to the 9? I thought he was going to the 8.
8?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went right in
We
between
were,
the
we were
2.
both wrong. That's exactly what you want to do, though, is find those windows and not be nudging balls. I'm going to judge 1 tangent line, not 2. Manny stopping by to say hi. How you doing today, Manny? Hey. Hola.
This is an
Yeah.
interesting transition going from the 5 to the 6. Choosing to just lay up, take the high percentage pocket, knowing that you have a
Yeah.
completely makeable shot on the 6.
And it did look like he had a good angle to get to that side rail, but they can be really tough to judge. And you're comfortable shooting a little bit longer shot.
Look at this.
Oh, man.
man.
It looked great. Got around for the 7-ball.
So once again, we see that if you just kind of barely rub that facing, the edge of the pocket coming in on a diamond, a lot of times the ball is going to hang up like that. Whereas when I was discussing the difference between equipment, a lot of people are playing on valleys in their home bars. Not only are the pockets bigger on a valley, but they're more rewarding, or forgiving, I should say.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of players are used to that ball going. So if you're constantly playing and practicing on a table that's more forgiving, when you come up here and you're playing at a very competitive level, not only do you have the added pressure of the format, but also you're playing on more difficult equipment. So as an analogy, can you imagine always practicing on a regulation basketball hoop at home, and then you go to play at a huge basketball tournament and they're using a much smaller sized rim? Think how kind of frustrating and how much that would make you second guess everything you knew about your own game. So
Oh, man, he put Had a great line, too. I mean, left
know.
himself great on that 8-ball.
Perfect 8-ball. Do you think he would have just stopped on that 8-ball or rolled forward a little bit?
It's tough to say.
Yeah,
I think that's all
I
about
was
preference.
I think I was seeing a stop shot and then playing that 9 to the left-hand side pocket.
What do you think? Does she have a window here? Can't tell if Robin can see that
Can we
7
go
ball.
overhead? I think she definitely has at least a quarter to a third of the outside edge of the 7.
Yeah.
But once again, we're approaching that
It's lining up
scratch
the
line.
kick.
Nice. Look at this. Oh, just off.
She's kicked the ball strong.
Yeah,
You can tell she took that one a little more firm.
that was good speed. If she would have made good
Yeah.
contact, that ball would have gone in the hole. It wouldn't have fallen short of the pocket.
Yeah.
So she was definitely kicking to make it. That's
Well,
one thing you're going to
we
see.
may very well find out what he's planning on doing with this 8-9.
Totally. And once
Do you
again,
think you're taking that 8-ball in the upper right-hand corner? Just rolling forward here?
yeah, I mean, we saw he took a easier shot to the pocket earlier to take a harder shot just to get the leave. So I think we're seeing something very similar here. Unfortunately, kind of got on the backside of that 8-ball, so left himself a longer back cut. But I see this in his wheelhouse, no problem. I think Garrett's going to make this. Great shot.
Two drills it. Nice shot.
Not a question in his mind. So Garrett, Craig.
Again, rolled a little too far, but you can tell that that's probably something he's used to. I know that there's a few shots I'm comfortable with because I'm used to over-rolling.
Well, this is not much different than the shot he just made. It's
Yeah.
shorter distance, but it's a similar style of angle, the back cut.
Does that corner pocket come into play here?
I don't think so. I think that he can make this and he's going to avoid the scratch. Look at that.
Oh, he drew out of it.
Man, he had the right idea there. He
Totally.
avoided the scratch. Did you see how that ball kind of bananaed off in a
Swerved.
way?
I did.
Yeah, so that was that draw English grabbing and actually distorting the path of the ball and making it curve.
I love those. They look so pretty.
Unfortunately, it kind of changed the path of the 9-ball and caused it to come out of the hole. Well, this is no gimme. Robin stepping up,
What's she
knowing
gonna
that
do
she wants
here?
to make this ball.
Cut it.
I-
Oh my gosh, drills it in the
What a great
right
shot.
in the jaws.
Oh my gosh,
It's
Robin.
huge. Holy shots going up 5-3.
Way to go.
Man, oh man.
So,
She's made some incredible cuts today.
so we still have Brenda and Mike on the back table. But coming up on this table, we're going to go ahead and have Jake and Robin.
We're going to switch over during that time so you can check this one out while they're getting ready to rack. This is Mike and Brenda. Oh, Brenda narrowly missing that 2-ball. And they've got the 9 hanging in the jaws here. It's so hard to focus when you got the 9 hanging there. You really want to just buckle down and continue to make balls and wait for that time that the combo reveals itself. If you are able to stop the ball, you got a chance of playing the 3-ball into the 9 next.
I think I'm going around. Going between that 3-8.
Yeah.
That works too. Leaves himself a nice angle on that 3-ball. You think he's going to go through the 3, just bump off the right side of that 8 and head up table towards the 4?
Yeah, I
look
think
at
it's hard to not. Oh man, oh man.
Uh-oh.
It's hard to tell if that's on or not. But with that 9 right there, it's pretty tough to not be. Are you calling a ref here?
I think it's always, if you have any doubt, call the ref. Because the last thing you want there to be is some type of dispute. And when these hits are really close like that, I mean, you have a lot riding on this. So you're playing off the edge of the 3 into the 9, correct?
Uh-huh.
Not trying to play the combination.
So if I'm watching this as a player, I just want to make sure the 3-ball is moving before the 9-ball.
Great shot.
It's a terrific shot.
Oh my gosh, I
Oh,
got
man.
scared. There was that little bit of momentum there. Whoa.
Going up to 6-3.
Well, we're seeing some huge momentum. So we were at 3-3, saying that we were basically a third of the way through the match. And now we're seeing
Robin to break.
6-3.
Spreads them open good. She got a little better spread this time. Still didn't pocket a ball, but this rack looks a lot better than the last one. right, and she's got a. Oh, that's right, not pocketing a ball. So this is
Jake and Robin.
Robin and Jake. Jake's got a good opening shot here, drawn back just a little bit for that 2-ball,
Great.
lower right hand or lower left hand corner.
Great look at the 2. I think he's just going to follow through on the 2 and leave himself a little bit of a steeper angle on the 3.
Looks like it.
It'll be interesting to see how he can make the 3 and get back to the 4. Do you think he's going to cut all the way down the rail and go one time across the table and back to where he's at currently with the 3-ball, hoping to leave a shot on the 4 in the lower right-hand corner?
I would like to see him play safe here.
Safe?
Yep, I'd really like to see him hit that 3 a little bit full with some low draw, and he may play that shot whether he wants to or not.
He was
If
able to
doesn't-
got over for that 4-ball. So
Yeah.
if that cut would have gone in, I mean that was a great position play.
Yep.
You're
I
seeing
do think he was trying to pocket that ball.
totally, and so you're seeing an aggressive mindset trying to get out of the rack.
Yeah. And it does seem like that 4-ball's there.
So we have Brenda breaking against Garrett on table 10.
Robin taking a good look at this one. She's going to kick again.
Looking to come with back-to-back wins for Brenda.
Looks like this is a pretty tough cut to be successful at kicking and making. She might have a good line there. You think she can get past the left side of that 9-ball without spinning it and get the 3?
Well, and she has the momentum in her favor mentally. Robin's coming off of 2 wins.
Big win.
Yeah, 2 wins.
Oh.
So she's looking to put together 3 wins in a row, which will be huge. Going back to that number, race to 9 format. If you have 3 wins in a row for your team,
It's a third of your games.
yeah, exactly. You're a third of the way towards the team goal.
Yes, indeed. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. It looks like he's going to have another crack at that 4-ball, though. Do you think he's going to try and play to the foot side of and just leave himself that window? It's
Yeah.
a pretty small window no matter where you go. You got to show some control here.
Nice. That's the way I like to play it. Just nice and
Yeah.
easy. Roll it. If he doesn't have the full 4, we might see him going into the bottom rail first and then coming up and hitting the 4 after that, going rail first. Oh, see, so he went rail first, but unfortunately the angle was just a little misjudged. So we have ball in hand,
Both players recognizing that, yep, he struck the 7-ball first.
but I think that's the right idea. And I think as you
For sure.
as you tend to kind of get a different look at it and a stronger grasp of rail first, I mean, it's very tricky, but once you kind of grasp it, it comes into play all the time, especially
Whoa.
especially in rotation where you're constantly shooting
Wasting
one
no-
ball.
No time here. Robin lining up this combo. Oh my gosh. Whoa, plays the 2-way. Drills the 5 in the corner.
Brenda,
It's out. And Robin going to the bridge here. It looks like if she can pocket this ball, she'll get right on the top side of that 7-ball. Julie DeWalt helping us out with the scorekeeping over there. Thank you so much, Julie. Oh, and barely misses that ball.
so let's go ahead and update for good job, Lee. It looks like Jake did get the win against. No, Garrett got the win against Brenda.
This is Jake here.
Yep. Garrett getting the win against Brenda
Not sure if Jake's going to be as likely to take this combo. It seems like
on table 10.
Robin is very comfortable with him.
So on the back table, we have Mike DeMarco and Jeremy Jordan.
I think Jake might try to get underneath that 7-ball and play the 7 in the upper right-hand corner pocket, but when it's that close to the rail, it's going to be kind of hard to judge. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's not a
It's a
shot.
one-pocket shot.
Not a shot I'm super comfortable with there. The amount of distance, that tight angle, and trying to judge just the line to the pocket
The
when
line
you're
coming
only
off?
dealing with like
Oh.
an inch or two.
Totally.
Whereas I feel like if I'm out a little bit farther from the pocket, I almost feel like that little bit longer of a stretch is easier for me to visualize.
Yep. Great shot there. And she's left herself a little bit tricky. Maybe she can, if she can pocket that 7 in the side, she's
Oh,
in
yeah.
good shape. Rolls straight down.
Perfect.
Nice
This
shot.
is exactly where Robin wants to be.
Let's see her show a little bit of that draw stroke.
You think she's going to draw, or you think she's just going to go ahead and just put this right in the hole and just end up rolling towards the left side pocket?
A little bit of low right is the way to shoot it.
Oh, look at that. Beautiful.
Straight up and down, leaving herself a little bit longer line.
Great touch shot there. Man, we're seeing some great play out of
She
these
pockets
players.
the ball really, really well.
And this is the bronze team division finals. This is a massive match.
Man, barely missing that 9 ball. Again, she's over there laughing. This team's in great spirits. She's a fun shooter to watch. Shoots quick, shoots really good. Definitely willing to take lots of different kinds of shots. Jake with a tough cut here. Man, I don't even know if I'm cutting this ball. I mean, it's thin to get that ball in there. I think I'm banking this ball if it's me. Staring down the barrel of it. I mean, you do have to move your cue ball a little bit to get out of the way. It's a tough call. The last thing you want to do is try to cut it and end up hanging it in the pocket. You just end up feeling like you gave the game away and not making him earn it. But he's also pretty fortunate to be getting to the table right now. So I think Jake's going to try to snap this bank. I think that's what he'll end up settling on. There's a couple different safes, but it's just scary being that close to the pocket and playing a containment safe like that.
One thing that we haven't touched on yet, Summer, is who has the point? If you had to guess, would you say that Good Job Lee has the point, or would you guess that Holy Shots has the point, meaning that they are currently undefeated in the bracket?
I'm betting on Good Job Lee.
You're thinking Good Job Lee?
Kevin Fong saying bye to us.
Well, it was a
terrific competitor and really, really incredible volunteer. He put so much time in. Big thank you to Kevin Fong.
It was a 50-50 guess, Summer, and unfortunately it was not in your favor.
Man.
Good Job Lee has a single loss,
man.
And their loss was to Holy Shots.
No way.
Yes, so
Get another crack at it.
These two teams have already met up in the earlier brackets of the tournament. So currently,
Good Job Lee getting another crack at it. Well, Jake missing that big, Brenda barely missing that shot there, and leaving a really long ball. The pressure's on here. This is a big shot for Jake. If Jake makes this, we're going to 5-6. It sounds a lot different than 7-4.
Oh, and Jeremy with a tight cut to the side pocket, just off from the make.
Leaving Mike tough, though.
So if Good Job Lee can beat Holy Shots and get to 9 first in this match.
That is a huge shot. Man, Jake, excellent play.
Then this will go to
Jake nailing that shot.
A true double elimination final.
Let's see what's going on there. Mike has another long cut. Shoot, let me see if I can get it up there.
Yes.
This is to tie it up. This is to go 6-6. Mike DeMarco. Taking his time. That's awesome. Can't say enough for players remaining calm, choosing to stand up if they need to stand up. Oh man. And he cut it the right way. Man, every time I overcut and don't shoot into that side rail, I know it's not the way to think about it, but I'm like, well, at least I didn't undercut it.
It's a really hard ball to cut down the rail.
For sure.
Especially knowing that you're trying to get to 6-6. You have the added pressure of not only yourself and your family watching, they are up on the big screen TVs throughout this pool room.
Totally.
We have
all these players are watching it.
74 tables in a convention-style room here at Chinook Casino in Lincoln City, Oregon, full of pool players from all over the Pacific Northwest, including Montana, Idaho, Oregon, Washington, and Western Canada. So people are watching. They're sitting in their seats. They're taking a look at these big screens. So you're on TV. It's so exhilarating, but at the same time, it's unnerving.
Jeremy's the highest rated Fargo player here, right?
Correct.
Good shot to make this ball.
Oh, man.
Oh.
So we've seen Jeremy take a shot at the 9. We've seen Mike take a shot at the 9. Jeremy got a second shot at it, and then Mike is going to have his second shot at it.
And Jake's about to break. I don't know if you can see on that other screen, but I'm going to stick here through the end of this 9-ball. This is such a big game.
Man, you could just
There's
feel
that break.
You could feel the excitement growing.
Sorry, the 9-ball started going. I wanted to fill you in on it. All right, here we go. This is Mike with a good chance to back cut this 9-ball.
And Mike DeMarco being a 370 and Jeremy Jordan being a 456. So
Big win.
there's quite a bit of difference in Fargo there as far as the skill level. So Mike DeMarco really looking to make this 9-ball and get his team to 6-6.
Nice and easy, Mike.
Shaping out to be a great match.
Mike's-
I'm always rooting for the underdog just because I want this to go to 2 sets. I would love to see them do this all over again back to back.
Totally.
You get twice as much pool play.
Yep, you always want to see it go too.
Plus, it's so exciting because Good Job Lee did lose to the Holy Shots earlier in the tournament to have the chance to not only beat them to get back,
Oh, no way.
get back to even,
Oh, my gosh, barely missed that ball. He hit it just right, too.
but to technically earn the chance to beat them again to really win it all.
Yep.
Well, I
Great
think
shot at that. All right, I'm going to get back to the main table here.
I think Jeremy has to be happy that he's shooting again, but that is a really hard shot to step
Dude.
to. That is
Yeah.
a
Like full-
long distance.
It's half a table to get to the ball, and then it's a
Off-
teeny slight back cut.
Yep, off angle back cut, and he's on that rail, so he's having to elevate the butt of his cue, meaning he's jacked up, which just adds that much more variable. What
Whoa,
a shot!
drills that ball.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Jeremy getting the win, bringing it to 7-5
Huge.
in favor of Holy Shots. It's a tough loss for Mike, but a well-fought game.
And we're
Yes.
back to Jake versus Brenda. Brenda stepping to the table. Brenda's shooting the 2-ball right now. See what we're looking at overhead.
Yep. And on the table that just finished, it's going to be Jeremy playing again, but this time he's going against Garrett Craig. And that's a little bit more of an even matchup. Garrett being a 398, the highest level player on Good Job Lee, whereas Jeremy is a 456, so we'll see how that matches up.
Oh, man, I thought she had a great line to 2-rail that 2-ball.
One thing that I feel that we need to talk about, just because it happened in our match earlier, is now that we're at 7-5, Holy Shots is in striking distance. And by striking distance, I mean that they're playing on 2 tables and they only need 2 games to win this set. So both of these games are no more important than any of the other games that we've seen so far in this set. But there's a added pressure because as a player, you know that if you can win your game, you're keeping your team in it.
Totally.
If you're on the bottom side, whereas if you're ahead in this set, you could technically win this for your team right now.
It's a nice shot for Jake. He had to break that 3-ball out. I like the way you're thinking too, Joel. It absolutely is, and it's hard to successfully use that amount of pressure to help you play better. But I know I want to know. I know if my team captain's looking at it and they're like, "Man, should I tell him that this is the game?" I want to know. I don't want to find out later that this was our last line.
I feel like I try and really stay on top of the score sheet, and I use that as a tool not only to motivate myself, but also to motivate my teammates. That's why I usually look at you, and I'll be like, if you win, I'll win, and if you win
like
and
that.
I win, we just won.
Yeah.
Because we're at
And it's over.
7-5 in a race
That's
to
all
9.
we got to do. We both have to win 1 game of 9-ball. That's it.
Exactly. So technically, the tournament is in your hands now. Even though you're on a team, it becomes an individual sport within a team sport format.
Yep. All right. Brenda stepping up here with a long straight shot on this 3. She either needs to stop this ball to leave herself a line on the 4 or follow it down. I think she might have left an edge of this 4-ball. Let's see. I don't think she's going to end up cutting it, but
Either way, it was a very nice shot on the 3-ball. I mean, that was
Totally.
no easy
see what
angle.
she's looking at.
She's definitely sighting to see if she has any edge, seeing if she can get by that 5 and just touch that 4. If she does, I have a feeling that she's going to be sending that cue ball right towards that 7 ball.
This is a scary kick, too. I mean, if you're kicking the foot rail there, it's really hard. So I think she is going to try to catch the edge of that 4. If she does, she's got a great chance of getting safe.
Oh, man, if that 8
Just
ball wasn't...
overrolled it just a little bit.
I think that was the right thought for sure.
Mhm.
So now, do you think we're going to see a little outside out of Jake? Is he going to split between the 5, 7? Or do you think he's going to play with inside, meaning he's going to hit the right edge of the cue ball and come to the left of the 5?
I think he's going to try and come around it, and it's really just easy to nudge that 5 ball.
Yeah, 50-yard line, so he didn't put right or left. It looks like he just decided to run right into the 5 ball, which is great because look at it moved it up table,
Yeah.
and he has a completely obtainable angle to make this 5 in that top right corner and then continue down for the 6 ball.
Yeah.
I think if he hits this right, he's going to be able to play the 6 ball in the same pocket.
Oh, man, it's just barely missing that cut.
Oh,
I don't know that he,
what a great roll there.
yeah, gets safe behind that 7, it looks like.
It's one of the beauties of playing rotation is that because you and your opponent are both shooting the same ball, things can happen.
Yeah, so, I mean, she's got enough of that ball to bank it. 8 balls in the way of the bank. I don't think she probably will. We don't see as many safety plays out of here, so she may be taking an aggressive shot.
She's
the
looking
bank
to
combo is there.
back bank to where her bridge hand is.
And thin that 5 and go down, hopefully make contact with a 6 and sit down there.
Going for the bank. Look at that.
Yeah. Oh,
What a great try.
no kidding.
All right, well, depending if the player is right or left-handed, and Jake is right-handed, correct?
He is, yeah.
So he's going to have quite a bit of a reach here to bridge and get his hand close enough to the 5 ball to feel comfortable.
He's got a good line to get around for the 6.
Yeah.
Are you trying to play 2 rails to get to the 6? Or playing with inside?
So look at what he's doing here. I really like this in a way. See how he's choosing to approach the table from the side and then kind of reach out and over.
Yep.
As opposed to approaching it from the head of the table and really stretching out.
That way he's physically comfortable being over the ball.
Exactly. The only thing that I find challenging when I do that is then it changes my sight on the cue ball and the
Yeah, you're
object
used to your
ball.
line being right under.
Totally. So in a
agree.
way, it'd be like driving from the passenger side of your car. It's challenging.
Or turning your head and driving. Yeah, absolutely.
You know, the hardest thing is trying to brush your teeth with your offhand.
Oh, I'm terrible.
Oh my
it's adorable.
gosh, it is so difficult. Look at this.
Drills the Z.
2 rail bank.
Man, if she could teach me that one, I'd be thrilled.
Oh my gosh, Brenda, what a
it down.
shot.
Still got a hard one on the 6. That's a tight cut. Half of the table. Pressure moment. Tough play on the 6 ball, but very makeable.
Coming off a sweet Z bank. I'm thinking she's making this ball. I'm thinking she's making this ball, and I think she's going to get great shape. Oh, man. What a try.
Great try.
I don't know if she would have been happy with that 7. It's really hard to tell if it goes by the 8.
Yeah, I don't think she's wanting to shoot that 7 if she makes the ball.
Yeah. What do you
Which
do
really
here,
does
Summer?
put Jake in a tough situation.
Yeah, is he going to back cut this into that side pocket and then move the cue ball down towards the 9 in that lower right-hand corner?
Ugh.
Or do you think he's going to just bank the ball to that upper right-hand corner?
Jerry Condos and Josh
No,
Anderson.
I think he's going to try to back cut the 6.
Back cut.
I think he's going
Meaning
to try
to,
to not.
to the side, correct?
Yep.
Got
He's
it.
going to try to not make contact with the 9 ball down there, but
Yeah,
it's
that-
tricky.
He's looking. I think he's looking at the traditional cut. So he's cutting to the lower right corner, which means that cue ball's gonna be traveling right towards the side pocket in 7 ball.
Wow.
Oh, mix them both.
2 at a time.
Oh
Twofer.
my gosh, beautiful. That was a great outcome there. Oh,
What a fabulous shot. I mean,
and
whether
like,
the 7 goes in or not, that 6 ball was a great cut.
and like we said, this is a huge game here. If Jake can pull this off, that means it's gonna be 6-7.
Holy shots is in striking distance. That can't change. All you can do is get yourself in striking distance.
Yeah, and
And
Garrett,
that's what they're doing right now. Garrett playing a great
Garrett
shot
being on
there.
the other table, making the 8 ball with a great look at the 9 ball. We could be
Oh,
going
man.
to we could be going to 7-7.
Jake barely thin in that 8-ball and missing it. Left himself perfect shape on the 9. Just
Garrett.
overcut it a little bit.
Garrett making the 9-ball.
Dude, he just drilled that 9-ball.
Great cut to the side.
All right, we're going to 7-6. Good job, Lee, mounting a comeback.
Yeah, I don't know if we're allowed to really go to 7-6 because it's out of sequence, but
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
I guess it is.
it's a win.
Yeah, it's a win. So,
Technically, we haven't scored this game yet, even though we are marking it on the screen.
yeah, there's a formal score sheet. And because Jake and Brenda were playing before Garrett and Jeremy, we just need to hold off on the game score.
The results of that game can't count until the completion of the other game.
Yeah, way to put that. I was really struggling to make that into words. I appreciate the support there.
Oh, man, barely missing that ball. That was close. Jake getting back and getting another chance. That was a narrow, narrow miss by Brenda.
So, looks like we have Robin racking for Mike DeMarco on table 10. This is shaping up to be an amazing set here. What a match.
We going to see another one? You got to want to see another one.
Oh, always. Who doesn't want to see it go neck and neck?
For sure.
I guess the people that are trying to win.
Yeah. What are they just playing for
Look
here?
at the shot. Oh my gosh.
Perfect shape.
You can't hit that ball better.
No. And really didn't force it. Just
No.
allowed the natural shape of the shot to go.
Super smooth. Left himself a very good shot on the
Is this
9
bronze
ball.
1 or bronze 2?
This is...
Oh, here we go. Never mind, it's just bronze. And Jake with a very important cut here. This could go 7-7, moving both teams into striking distance.
Oh,
man.
just overcuts it.
That's how you want to miss him if you miss him, though. That's a really tough miss. I know I wanted to pocket that ball, especially after a great 8-ball, but doing a good job leaving him end to end if you miss. That is going to bring Brenda back to the table. Brenda in a tricky spot here. I mean, that's not... I like banking the ball, and I don't really want to be banking this ball for the cash. See a lot of players kind of believing in this cut. It's pretty hard for me to shoot that cut shot. Yeah, I don't know. Looking at it end to end, that is a whole lot of blue. So let's see what she chooses to do. I think she's going to go for the cut here. The thing that I don't like the most about the cut is that it usually keeps the 9-ball right by that pocket if you happen to not make it. Hopefully she hit, going for the bank and just caught a little too much of that ball. Man, oh man. And here we go, Jake with another opportunity to tie this thing up.
I almost find it more intimidating when I have multiple shots at the 9.
Oh, totally. Drills it.
Oh,
Great
yes.
shot.
Nice shot.
All right, we are caught up on score. Good job, Lee, bringing it back to 7-7.
Jake with the win there.
This is the other table you're seeing here. This is Mike DeMarco taking on Jeremy. And looks like Mike hooks him back there. All right.
Mike DeMarco's playing Robin
James,
Robin,
on the back
sorry.
table, and we're going to have Jake back up playing
we're waiting on you
Jeremy
to start your mini,
on the feature table 9.
and
So
I'm gonna put you on the clock.
Jake racking for Jeremy.
James Smith Jr., table 58.
On deck is Garrett and Robin. So we are coming down to the wire here.
Both teams in striking distance. This is a $1,530 first place prize. Second place is $855. We're talking about an almost $700 match right now.
Split between 3 players, so you're saying $233 each. Man, that's a chunk of change.
It's cash for sure.
Yeah.
And that's beyond just playing with your team, playing under the TV table, all that. It's hard to not be aware of. I mean, you see players of all caliber looking at this and being like, man, just being very aware they're being watched, that their home friends are watching them at home. It's tricky.
And
definitely.
one thing to consider is that some of these players have been here since Saturday of last week.
Yeah.
Starting out with Fun Day, playing multiple events throughout the week. A lot of people have played Scotch doubles, meaning male, female, two-person teams where you alternate every single shot, kind of like a three-legged race. A lot of these players then went on to play singles, just representing yourself. Now we've worked into teams. So, I mean, this is the end of the road.
Yeah.
I think it's helpful for a lot of players because they've had the time to acclimate to the tables and really kind of get comfortable and find the confidence that they're looking for, whereas some players are just kind of worn down. I mean, I don't think that the average player is putting in this much time on the table in their normal life. This is huge competitive play. There's a lot of things in motion, but it's so exciting.
Fires that ball. Oh, man. You saw the confidence he stroked that ball with. And that, I mean, highest Fargo rated player out here. You can tell shooting a shot like that. I don't think he's got the edge. I don't think he has enough of that ball to cut it.
I think he can cut that no problem.
Really?
Yep. I think he's going to cut that 2 ball. He's going to come up towards this side pocket where his hand's at, so he needs to watch out for the scratch.
I struggle.
Oh, man.
I think you're right, though. I do think he had room. I think he just missed the ball.
Yeah, but he put spin on that. I think he might have been trying to avoid that scratch line into the side.
Makes sense.
And putting any type of spin on the ball when you're cutting can
Always
really
gonna make it more
change,
challenging.
the path or trajectory of the ball. It's
Do you think Jake can back cut this 2 past the 8? It doesn't look. I mean, I think he can because the 5 ball's there.
Oh, you mean? Were you asking about does it go by the 8, or were you saying will he potentially scratch in the side?
I was saying, can he back cut it into the side?
Oh, I apologize. I thought you were talking about that lower right-hand corner. I think he's looking at the lower right-hand corner, but I'm really worried about this scratch into the side.
We've seen him draw out of a couple of these, though. He hits that draw stroke really confidently, and what a shot. I do not want to be shooting that shot. And he just drilled it, made it look like nothing.
The way he draws, he must have taken art lessons in school. I mean,
Oh, that was adorable. Sherry's calling for the Chris Melling on that last bank. I think she might be right. Said it's hard to decide whether to shoot the Melling or the Efren. Yeah, I think Melling's a good shot.
both amazing players with their own individual styles.
Kind of looking at what he's staring at. I mean, this 3 ball does pass the 5. He's got a pocket for it. Play it nice and soft, and you're going to roll it behind that 5. I'm a little afraid of ending up on the 5 if I just shoot this with follow. How about you?
I think if you hit it true, you're going to follow through and you're going to bump the 5 towards the side.
Forward.
Look
Just
at
like
that.
Yeah.
See, this is a little tricky, though, because I feel like that cut is there, but it is so touchy that a lot of people are going to put it right into that far right point. So.
And you can't soft cut this ball.
Yeah.
You cannot hit this ball.
I tend to kick this ball, meaning that I'm going to play the ball into the rail opposite the pocket that it's in and actually bring the ball back into the 5, pocketing it there. Wow. So a rail first kick shot is what I'm going to do. Can we switch to the other view? So yeah, putting it right into that opposite, near that opposite side pocket, and just bringing it right back into that 5 ball.
I think he's going to have a really hard time avoiding the scratch here and making the ball. He may just try to hit a little more of the ball. Playing safe.
What a
nice
smart shot. Oh.
Man, almost gets there.
It
does look like he's left enough, though.
He might have sold the farm there.
This is a great look at it, though.
Yeah, I have a feeling Jeremy's just going to make this 5 ball and have a
He does look pretty
great angle on that
just
6.
Up on it. Yep, you just following this ball?
Yep. I'm looking at Jeremy getting out here. I think he's going to be able to make this 6, get a great shot on the 7, and I think that
if you just roll forward, you have a potential to hit this 9 ball.
Yeah, but even if you bump that 9, I think you still have an option to pocket the 7.
I just think a lot of players play this soft, and that 9 can kill so much of your speed, and then you end up on top of the 7. He hits it.
Man, he spun that ball again. Did you see that though?
Totally.
I think at the low speed, depending on how much English or spin he's putting on the ball, it really distorts that angle.
Without a doubt. Like you said, especially at slow speed.
Man. What an attempt. Well, Jake stepping back to the table. we've seen Jake playing with some English and has a pretty firm grasp on it. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him cut this ball.
Low outside.
Yep, and then
Try to
come
get
back
past.
all the way past the side and down for this.
Ooh. And just got it a little thin. And for the people out there who don't play as much, because he hit the ball thin, his cue ball had so much more forward momentum. The more full you hit the cue ball, the better chance you have for that draw stroke to actually catch and be effective and get back.
Can we switch views and see if this 6 goes by the 7?
This one?
Yeah, is he banking long all the way back to where
No,
he's
I
sitting?
think maybe, yeah. Looks like he was. You think it had enough room? It was tight.
It was hard to tell, but just from the way that he was posturing, I think that's what he was going for.
Man,
All right. Is he enticed? Is Jake enticed by this 6-9 combination for the win?
I don't know how you can't be.
Is he just going to take care of business right here in one shot and not even worry about the other 3?
Look at this over here.
Yeah. Huge
Got Mike
opportunity.
DeMarco shooting.
Mike DeMarco with a totally makeable cut against Robin.
Yeah, great chance here on this 9 ball.
Even though it's out of sequence, what it really interesting about it happening is that if Mike makes this shot, he can
And
technically.
Jake makes this shot.
Well, what it does is that it kind of plants a seed that Jake knows that if he wins his game, if Mike has already won his game, they have it in the bag. So Mike looking at the cut, and just undercuts that ball a hair.
Oh,
Yeah, leaving Robin a really nice shot to the side pocket.
well, and that one didn't go either. So, kind of back. It does look like
Robin
Robin's
with a
going
nice
to be able
9
to
ball.
convert. All right, that's good. Or sorry, holy shots getting to the hill first.
Great
Up
shot.
8-7.
Yep, right where they want to be.
And I mean that's some additional pressure for Jake. He's gotta
And-
be aware.
And Robin has no break. She just steps right back up. So Robin's stepping up to play Garrett in the potential last game of
See
the
that
set.
shot?
Was
That
that
was a huge back cut, dude. That was a really beautiful shot by Jeremy there.
all the pressure riding on Jake's shoulders currently? He knows that they're against the ropes. They are on the bottom side of the hill, meaning that Holy Shots only needs 1 game to win this set. He's 3 balls away from a first place finish in the bronze teams division here at the 2019 Western BCA 9-ball championships.
Jeremy lining this up.
This is massive.
He's lining up the bank. I guess he must have not been able to back cut that. And fails to make the bank, but a great attempt. He would have been looking pretty on that 8 ball. All right, Jake with a great opportunity here. Ruki's playing that on the side or all the way down?
Man, it's really hard to see. Can we go to the overhead and see if we can get a different view of it?
Yeah. Oh, if I'm Jake, I don't like it anymore now.
I know I can make that ball on the
Totally.
side, but it doesn't get me much on the 8 ball. And I know I can make that bank, but it's not an easy one. It's a little bit off angle.
I'm shooting this and
potential for a
rolling
double
forward,
kiss.
knowing that I'm gonna. Oh man.
Yeah, he was rolling forward just like you said. I think that's the right idea at that point in time. I just want
For
to
sure.
make the ball. I want to continue shooting.
Oh yeah, you're
Whatever.
still in control of the table.
Whatever shot gives me the most confidence at this point in time, that's what I need. I need to just keep going. Well, speaking of keep going, let's see what Jeremy can do here. He's got 3 balls to win the tournament for his team. Looks like he shoulders the weight well. I don't see him shaking in his boots whatsoever.
No, he looks like he's
Seasoned
he's
player.
taking his time.
Yeah,
Yep.
showing some confidence.
Oh, you're going the wrong way on this though.
I'm seeing a bank.
You're seeing him bank it too.
Because the one thing that I see that happens with the bank is that the cue ball doesn't move much from this angle.
Yeah.
It's basically a stop shot bank. And if you just replace that cue ball with where the 7 is now, I see him making that cut on the 8, and that gives you a natural transition down for the 9.
It's true.
We saw him go for that back bank earlier, so it's not like he's unaccustomed with bank shots.
Do you think he has a better chance of making this back cut on the 9, or do you think he has a better chance of banking it?
I think that if I had to put something up valuable to me, I would go with the bank. I think
You're
gonna-
banking this ball.
I think he would be banking this ball. I think he has a better shot at it.
Oh,
my
what
gosh.
a shot.
What a
No way.
beautiful
What
shot.
a dramatic conclusion.
Jeremy
That's
with
an
the
incredible shot.
clinched 9 ball.
And we have a winner. We are not going to a second set. Holy Shots claiming this victory.
Holy Shots out of South Lincoln County, BCA, representing Toledo, Newport, and Waldport, coastal towns here in Oregon, taking home a huge win.
Man, oh man.
Fantastic.
All right. This is Summerfield Habner and Joel Peck coming to you live from Lincoln City, Oregon. Joel's going to step out of the booth here for just a minute. He's going to go interview these players. We said an exciting conclusion to the Bronze Division Team Finals. Huge win for Robin Crone, Brenda Rolendi, and Jeremy Jordan. Jeremy drilling that last 9-ball combo. That match had it all. Drama, tension, joyous conclusion. And you can tell it's disappointing. The only loss that Good Job Lee had the entire tournament came from Holy Shots. They were really hoping to get through that one and have another shot at them. But it just wasn't in the cards today. A huge congratulations to Holy Shots, team out of Eugene, Oregon. And that is Jake Schneider, Garrett Craig, and Mike DeMarco. So big congratulations to them on a second place finish. And a huge congratulations to the team out of Toledo, the Hot Shots. All right, Joel going down to the booth here, about to do a quick interview with the team.
So, I mean, where do we begin? What an amazing tournament.
It's been awesome.
So, who wants to speak first? Tell me, what does it feel like to be champions?
It's a first for me.
First for you?
For you guys?
First for me, first
First for you?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You must just feel so amazing.
It was a pretty awesome ride. I think, we've had some good comebacks and we have some matches where we were ahead. So we've had both ends of it. We've been behind, we've been ahead.
We fought hard.
Yeah.
So speaking of being ahead, the first time that you met Good Job Lee earlier in the tournament and having beat them and put them on the bottom, do you feel like that gave you a little boost of confidence coming back and playing them again?
Oh, absolutely. I feel like we were staying on the winning side. I think we had everything to win. They had everything to lose. They had to beat us twice.
So even that being aside, knowing that you had a second life and they were kind of on their last leg, just mentally, having beat them before, do you feel like it kind of gave you the fact that I've done this before, I can do this again?
You bet.
So it was more familiar?
Well, it made it a little bit easier for us to relax and have fun because that was a great group of guys. They were really
They're
nice
awesome.
fellas.
They were fun, really fun to
We
play.
enjoyed talking and playing with them. They were just easygoing as we were. So
totally.
That makes the match enjoyable. You don't dislike the win or hate the win or love it. You feel equally happy for yourself and equally bad for them because they were nice guys.
Speaking of confidence, one thing that I'd really like to congratulate you all on is having watched all of you play this match, every single one of you exhibited great confidence. I watched you all get down on balls where I was like, I don't want to be shooting that ball. And to see you not waver and really just stick with your foundation, I mean, you all had some huge game winners.
Well, we know a lot of people who have been in this tournament a million times, and they say it's a grind. You can't just miss a ball and lose any hope. You got to grind it out.
And they have been here supporting us all day
This whole
when they're
time.
not even playing.
So did you play singles or scotch doubles at all, or did you just come out for teams?
We all did scotch doubles and teams. You guys did singles, yes.
What a long week.
It's
Do
been
you
a
feel
long
like
week.
having played throughout the whole week, did it help you kind of get used to the tables and acclimate, or do you feel like it kind of wore you down more, like you're more tired?
Well, I personally think it helped because we don't have diamond tables in our league. My husband and I have been up here since Saturday practicing and playing. I think it helped because the strokes are different, the roll is different, so
angles are different.
everything. For me, I mean, I think it helped.
So then to ask you a personal question, just because I'm really interested in the difference between diamond play and whatever you have at home, do you honestly feel that if you had access to a diamond at the establishment that you play and qualify league out of, do you think it would make a huge difference in the way that you perform?
I think for me, I can't speak for these two. I think it would because it helps you understand you can't hit the ball as hard, the pockets are tighter. On a valley table, there are rattles that we had here that would have went in on a valley table that don't. So I think that it helps you with the nuances of the table that are specific to a diamond table versus a valley.
I fully support what you're saying.
You definitely have to respect a diamond table.
Yeah.
We have one valley at our bar we play for, and one that's sort of a valley knockoff, and both of them are much more generous in the pockets.
Exactly.
I would definitely say that.
Totally. Well, is there anyone that you want to shout out to or say that you love? I know that being on the stream, we saw quite a few family members that were checking in and probably just as excited as you are. So
Hi, Felicia, John, Althea, and Cassidy in Colorado, and thanks to my husband Paul, our amazing scorekeeper over there, sticking with us.
Thanks to my son here who played an awesome game all damn day.
I didn't know it was a family affair.
Yeah.
She taught me how to play.
And then say hi to my daughter Tia at home and my other son Mike. We're just excited to be here.
Yeah, I'd like to say hi to my wife, who I know is watching, and again, I too would like to thank Paul for sticking it out with us. Thank you, Paul.
And his wife is also our teammate.
Yes, she
the
is.
three of us and his wife Patty all play out of.
We were going to pull her as a sub, but she had to work. So.
And let's give a shout out to Holy Toledo,
Holy
our
Toledo,
bar in Toledo,
yeah.
Oregon, that we play out of.
They're on our shirts. Let me turn around.
Here we are. Yep.
There you go.
Hey, well, once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's not every day that you get to win a championship.
No, it isn't.
Undefeated.
No,
Ooh,
undefeated.
Well, hopefully we'll see you back for 8 ball.
Oh, you bet.
Oh yeah.
You betcha.
We're coming back. Thank
Nice.
you.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And tell what's the lady's name, Sherry?
Sherry and Kevin, yeah.
Because she goes, you guys gonna win this in one so we can go home early.
Oh,
And I go, we're gonna try.
Vote of confidence. Well, I'll let them know. Thanks so much.
Thank you.